Welcome to my channel. I've got a couple of things to show you today. I ended up cutting down, I ended up taking the back off the shelf because I'd put it on upside down and I wasn't happy with it. So I also cut off the curved edges, rightly or wrongly. That was because it was too big for the doll's house. I still think it's too big for the doll's house. So I might go back to the drawing board and make a smaller one, but I'm going to show you sort of what it looks like anyway. And then I've made a window with a view for the back wall of the kitchen. So I'm going to show you what that looks like on the back wall. And then I made a little tiny wee book. And I'm going, it's Sherlock Holmes and it's got all words in it, and that will eventually go in one of the bookcases. So this shelf works now for the taller items, but again I think I could probably get away with making it a bit smaller. I mean, I perhaps could use this in my 1940s house, but I think it's probably a bit too rustic. I'm not sure, but yeah, I think it's going to be too big for this doll's house. So we're going to have a look at my Triang. I'm thinking about calling it Swallow's Rest, and I aim to build a little bird's nest under the eaves. So, and hopefully with a little bird in it. So yeah, at the moment I'm thinking of calling it Swallow's Rest. Anyway, we'll move on to the doll's house. And here we have the kitchen. And now we've got the furniture in, much to my horror. What looked to be like even walls that were carefully measured out now look lopsided. So what am I going to do about that? Well, I'm not sure yet, and I'm not sure this is going to be the layout, but basically why I did the picture, sorry, the window, is because I want a window over the sink. It's quite a large window to let in light and to see the view of the garden. So that is going to go there. Well, wherever the sink's going to go is going to go over the sink. Now I do like things to be even or symmetrical, so ideally I wanted the sink in the middle of the wall. So maybe to hide the fact that back wall looks lopsided for whatever reason, I thought I might put perhaps a large cupboard in that corner instead and maybe move the kitchen sink over to this side. And then this unit here is going to go over, right, where was I? Yeah, that little unit there is going to go over this cupboard, which is this one here, which is really cute. It's an original vintage sort of, I think it's Barton, it might be Doll Toy, I can't remember. But yeah, so that's the unit that's going to go over that. But this shelf here, I think I'm going to have to scale down, because if I put it on the wall, it does come really a long way down, as you can see, sort of right up to the top. So I think I'm going to have to really scale that down and make another one, even though I like it. But it's given me ideas and it's all learning. So within the kitchen, as you can see, I've got this cute little kitchen chair. We've got a kitchen table to work at, and I've swapped this one out. I originally had a plain one, but I wanted the red one to match the red furniture. I've got a little red dresser, and we've got the red kitchen sink. Oops, sorry, a bit harder showing it just down here. So yeah, a little kitchen sink. We've got a little cooker. This is really cute. It's a grill flap, folds down. Got 4 little elements, and it's got a little shelf in the oven. So it's really cute. And then I've got a little fridge, and it's got a nice like little freezer department. It's got the department for the fresh vegetables. It's got a little egg rack, for the eggs, milk and other condiments. And then of course we've got my little wash machine and dryer, and I just need to put a little handle on the wash machine, and the little drawer comes open for the dishwashing powder. So all the mod cons in this 1960s house. So no wonder they're vying for who's going to have it. So what I'll do is I'm going to work out where everything's going to go, and then we will put it all in place on camera. Over in the dining room, which is very sparse at the moment, it's not what it's going to look like. We have Muriel feeling very nonchalant, slouching on her chair, and we have possibly Gladys in the blue. I haven't quite decided on her name yet, and the other lady, and yeah, they're all having a cup of tea and they're about to have a biscuit, and it's all very civilized at the moment, but they are still in discussion about whose house it is going to be. This lady here is clearly the firm favourite, and we're pretty sure it's going to be her house. Muriel's decided it just doesn't have the character of her beloved Time Cottage, so she will probably have to wait until we find a house that's much more like Time Cottage. Anyway, we will move back to the kitchen. So we're just going to move sideways. Right, we're going to remake this in a smaller scale. So I'm going to scale that down and hopefully make a smaller one. So we're going to see what happens. I'm going to try something different. I'm going to try in time lapse, which is what my son suggested, and we'll see what happens. No promises, because I'm not very good at this sort of thing. Anyway, we'll give it a go. Okay, I've cut my 6 pieces. Now's the time to glue them together, and then they'll have to be trimmed to size a bit again because they are slightly out of size. Right, my phone ran out of battery, so I continued with some of it without filming. I've cut the base backboards to size, and they're currently on some masking tape to hold them together. I'm going to paint them. These have been glued together and they just need trimming and then sanding. I've made 2 shelves and I'm about to make the 3rd shelf, so I will put it back on time-lapse mode and we'll see how we get on. So it was proving virtually impossible to video while I was working. I have now ordered a clamp stand that will go onto my table, and then hopefully I'll be able to video from overhead. At the moment I'm still using a tripod and I'm trying to work around a tripod, which is proving very difficult. Anyway, this is my new and improved version of the stand, and it is narrower. As it turns out, it doesn't seem to be a lot shorter, which is what I was hoping it would be, but perhaps I've made a mistake there. Hopefully I won't need to cut those off to make it shorter. I was thinking I might put like little hooks on the bottom of those to for like hanging cups or something off. I haven't decided yet, so I did that. And then I've made this, which will be a little rail to go on the wall and for a towel to hang over. So I'm going to paint those and then I'll come back to you. Now I've finished my shelf. As you can see, it is smaller than the other one. Perhaps I should have made it slightly shorter, but I think it will work. As I say, I'm hoping to perhaps put some little hooks on there for the cups to hang from, but it does hold my little containers, which is what I wanted it to do. And then I've got some tiered shelves. That one's obviously set back a bit. So I'm hoping that that will go on the wall. And then I also made a little towel rail, and Kim may recognise this fabric. I cut a tiny snippet off the fabric she gave me because I thought that would work well as a towel. I'll probably scrunch it up a bit, and that will go on the wall. I'm well over my 10-minute allowance, so I'm going to stop this video now. Hopefully I'll still be able to upload it, and I'll do another video with showing the items in the house. So hope you've enjoyed watching this. I hope to improve my technique in actually filming it, and yeah, we'll catch you another time. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Feel free to leave a comment, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.